Hey, what's up, everybody? If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Coco, and you're listening to Chatterbox, where I talk about what I like, and hopefully you like it too.
Let me ask you a question. How do it feel to be ordinary? How do it feel to be cliche? I really wouldn't know, From the city of lost dreams and straight fiends, forced to grow up quick, I was 19. Mom's got the green light to go and do some better things. I'ma be the man that you wanted, I promise. If rules are meant to be broken, then I'ma break them all. And all my day one niggas, I'ma break them all. I'ma go to my uncle's job and get him fired. Then I'ma hand him a fat check like you're retired. Family working hard, man, I know they tired. Somebody call Big Sean, I'm trying to get hired. I promise to the Lord, when these people with this fire, I'ma leave where I left and I'ma live right. The music chose me, it wasn't optional. Stroke, simply testing real obstacles. I went to DTLR, J. Cole sound my sneaks. I looked him dead in his eyes and said, remember me. No time to spit a verse, cause it was all biz. But I'ma get hella famous, then I'ma sign his. Then I'ma shake his hand and say, remember that? Thought I was bullshitting, no, I was stating facts. Waited 4 hours in line just to meet a nigga. It sound foolish until you the one they meet, nigga. You never get the hunger till you not eating, nigga. When I feast, I'ma overlook you under seeing niggas. If it's levels to this shit, I'ma take the stairs. It feels better when you work for it, living in the shack, sleeping as it seems, getting glimpses of my future, cause my future is my dreams. Peace.
On this week's episode of Chatterbox, we find out what's new in music, who's coming to St. Louis soon, what I am stressing about, and we took to social media to talk a little bit about marketing. I think you guys can guess what we're going to be talking about there. Also, we get to sit down with a surprise Vanguard artist, all up next on Chatterbox.
Just fun beats.
I'ma go live marvelous. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah, yeah, I'ma go live marvelous. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah, yeah, I'ma go live large in the stars. Let my grandpa see it all. I'm a ball, bitch. Yeah, I'ma go live marvelous. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah. I said, damn, I went to school with that nigga? Just what I want him to say. Bitch, I'm Batman amongst joking niggas. Call me the new Spade. What the fuck you do when your father's the Hulk and your mom's Jean Grey? I was born to go ape, skin from a dog race. People never got a mule, but my people got aches. So before I shoot, I'ma have to pump fame. Steph Curry with the space. Shoot, turn around, look your team in the face. Bitch, that's back. Fuck you, thought it was vision so clear looking through telescopes with binoculars. Young niggas bout business, let's make it popular. UKFG to the top, there's no stopping us, nigga. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah, I'ma go live marvelous. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah, I'ma go live large in the stars. Let my grandpa see it all. I'm a ball, bitch. Yeah, I'ma go live marvelous. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah. My dream is to live amazing. I'm turning pages. I wanna get on the stage and see them faces. I wanna to look in my pocket and see them faces. I'm looking at my skin, I'm like, them where the races. What you talking about? I'm up in my own route. Yeah, I'm smoking weed and I'm listening to the thunderclouds. That bitch go bang bang, motherfucker better get up in the lane when I'm feeling on the train. Yeah, you know I got the muzzle on my mouth. Yeah, you know a young nigga feeling like bang, bitch. Marvelous, why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah, yeah, I'ma go live marvelous. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah, yeah, I'ma go live large in the stars. Let my grandpa see it all. I'm a ball, bitch. Yeah, yeah, I'ma go live marvelous. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah, 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 I'ma go live marvelous. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah, yeah, I'ma go live marvelous. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah, yeah, I'ma go live large in the stars. Let my grandpa see it all. I'm a ball, bitch. Yeah, yeah, I'ma go live marvelous. Why not? Shit, I'ma go live marvelous. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Just Fun Beats.
Hey man, I'm finna start motherfucker living marvelous, man. DJ Khaled said that's the major key, my nigga. I guess that's the major key, my nigga. Unknown Fly Guy.
What's new in music? Kevin Gates is back home and he is working on new music. Welcome home, Kevin Gates. Soulja Boy has some new music on SoundCloud, so if you want to hear more about Draco's, definitely go hit that up. Cardi B, SZA, and Bruno Mars are all set to perform at the 2018 Grammys, among other artists. Also, go check out that new Kendrick and SZA track, as well as I think Justin Timberlake's got some new stuff out. So you've got a lot of new music to look forward to. Singer Jacquees will be live at the pageant come February, so keep your eyes and your ears peeled for that. More Chatterbox up next. I'd like to take the time to thank Dancepiration Center Incorporated Dance Studio, located at 4153 Lincoln Highway, Matson, Illinois, zip code 60443, CEO Gloria Chapman, for sponsoring Chatterbox. If you mention Chatterbox at registration, you will enjoy $10 off of that registration. Dancepiration Center Incorporated, inspiring through the gift of dance.
Mondo Easy.
Let me tell you a story about things and how they work out. It's crazy at first, things aren't the way that they are now. When you told me you loved me, but you couldn't show me, cause you were wrapped up in your own lies. Yes, you tried and you tried. Don't act smart to be surprised. Take a second to think about who could've chose another route to better this relationship instead of this 8-month membership. They say it's better to love than never to love at all. You were there through all my good times, but never there when I fall. See, the guy that I got now is a man and not a boy. He knows my love is not a game and my heart is not a toy, baby. What have you done lately? Nothing, but it's cool, cause I found a real man, someone who's not afraid to stand up for what is right and how he feels deep down inside. One who knows how to treat me with R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Says he not only needs me but wants me by his side. He says he learned so much from me and prays for me and teaches me to not change for nobody and keep this love alive. He said he'll remain my king if I choose to stay his queen. Continue to cater to me and keep me satisfied. You see, I realize that this good guy who loves and cares for me would never fuss and argue, then walk out and leave. He's a man who knows how to take care of responsibility. His priorities instead of running out into these streets. No, this man's not perfect. He has flaws and all. He makes mistakes, but he apologizes when he's wrong. He does all he can and he loves me like he should. And he's a good man and treats me better than you ever could. Cause I found a real man, someone who's not afraid to stand up for what is right and how he feels deep down inside. One who knows how to treat me with R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Cause he not only needs me, but wants me by his side. He says he learned so much from me and prays for me and teaches me to not change for nobody and keep this love alive. He said he'll remain my king if I choose to stay his queen. Continue to cater to me and keep me satisfied. After all that's said and done, it's no doubt that he's the one. He tells me what I need to hear, and he whispers into my ear. He says, babe, won't you come close to me? Let me kiss you gently on your cheek. I'm with you till our lives are through. Can't no one come between. Cause I found a real man, someone who's not afraid to stand up for what is right and how it feels deep down inside. One who knows how to treat me with R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Cause he not only needs me, but he wants me by his side. He says he learned so much from me and prays for me and teaches me to not change for nobody and keep this love alive. He said he'll remain my king if I choose to stay his queen. Continue to cater to me and keep me satisfied. Cause I found a real man, someone who's not afraid to stand up for what is right and how he feels deep down inside. One who knows how to treat me with R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Cause he not only needs me, but wants me by his side. He says he learned so much from me and prays for me and teaches me to not change for nobody and keep this love alive. He said he'll remain my king if I choose to stay his queen. Continue to cater to me and keep me satisfied.
So earlier I alluded to what we would be talking about on this episode, and this episode is called Talkin Marketing. So I want to first start off with the question that I asked everyone on social media. I did take to social media, and the question that I asked was, how are you marketable? What are your best qualities, and how important is it to market yourself and how you present yourself? Now, I've always been a person who felt like this was important, but I wanted to hear what everybody else's point of view was. So a few people responded, and I'm going to quote them and say exactly what they said. So excuse me again if I butcher these Instagram names. I see them all the time, but I never say them out loud, so it might be a little weird. Anyway, _XO period ANI says, I am my brand. I market me who lives. And I agree with what you're saying. Like, anytime that you put your name on something, you kind of become what it is you're trying to sell. So you definitely need to make sure that what you're selling and you are on the same page, if that makes any sense. Like, if you're selling hookahs, then you better be somebody that smokes hookah or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better know about it and you better live that lifestyle, because who's going to buy it if you don't? The next thing, sincerely period Shay, and that's spelled SINCERELY period CHAE. She says, first impressions are everything. Being personable to me is most important. Anyone can learn a skill. Not everyone can learn how to be personable. And she was like laughing but serious. I agree. That is a gift. I think being personable is a gift. You can learn how to do it, but some people are just given that gift to be able to relate to everyone that they come across in a room. You could be in a room full of musicians, doctors, lawyers, artists, whatever the case may be, and a personable person can hold a conversation with any of those people, and those people will have good things to say about that person, or at least something memorable to say about that person when they leave that situation. So I agree, being personable is something that I feel like most people, if you don't have it, try to, seek it, figure it out what that means for yourself. And my personal opinion is, I feel like marketing yourself and presenting yourself a certain way is very important, because you shape what people's perception is of you. It is important to be yourself, and that's something that I definitely have struggled with throughout my life, because I struggle professionally how to present myself, and then personally how I want to present myself to the people who deserve to see, everything about me. And I think that people are more likable when you are yourself, and when you are, being yourself. Like Cardi B, people love her because mainly she is who she is, and she's been the same across the board. But you still, even a person that is always themselves should definitely keep in mind how they present themselves. My mom used to be the director. She actually started the dance ministry at my church, Apostolic Church of God in Chicago, 63rd and Dorchester. Shout out to y'all. But anyway, my mom started the ministry there. And growing up, we grew up in the church, and growing up, because she was in a position of leadership, she always used to tell me and my sisters, how to act in church. You're young, you have your friends in church, you be acting a fool in the back, texting, talking, whatever it is you were doing, we would always act up. And she would always tell us that we have to behave a certain way because people are looking at us, and it's a reflection of how she was. And it stuck with me growing up. After, I got older, went away to school, I still kind of that stuck with me. Granted, I'm not always on my P's and Q's. Y'all definitely have seen me wilding or acting crazy or whatever the case may be, but that's always stuck with me, how to present yourself and how you want to carry yourself and how you want people to perceive you, especially when it comes to professionally and personally. I can even relate this. How when you guys got a job interview, like say you like kicking it with your friends or whatever, and you guys are like talking how you talk when you're with one another, and then you get a phone call from a job that you applied to. Ring, 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 ring. Hello, can I speak to Jessica? And you're like oh, hi, like you was just talking about, girl, like, nah, I told him that he had to call me when I wanted him to call me. Ring, ring, ring. Hi, Jessica. Hi, may I ask who this is? Yes, this is so-and-so from Target Incorporated. Oh, hi, how are you? You change, you switch because you want them to think that you are professional at all times, when we know for a fact you're not always professional. No one is. But that just speaks to the point that it's important to present yourself the way that you want to be perceived on social media. Certain pictures that you post, certain things that you allow yourself to be a part of, all of that plays a part. And I think that if you are mindful about what you look like, then you kind of, and not necessarily what you look like, but if you decide what you want people to take away from your Instagram or even your voicemail, like what you want people to take away from you is what you should put out there, especially professionally. But since we're talking marketing, I wanted to speak to what's been going on in the media lately. And it's actually, scratch that. It's not lately. It's something that's been going on in the media since the beginning of the media, but it's just something that's more recent and more timely. H&M. Yes, I'm going to speak on H&M. So apparently, to give everybody who hasn't seen the H&M ads, I will tell you guys exactly what's been going on. And I'm going to look it up on my phone so that I have the correct verbiage. I don't want to misquote anything. Let me see. I'm pulling it up. Okay. So apparently there was an ad, and I think there was maybe 4 children, 3 or 4 children, and they all had hoodies on. This young black boy in particular had a hoodie that said "Coolest Monkey in the Jungle." And of course, social media went buck wild. And I have a lot to say about these things when they come out, because I know, coming from someone who, I have a communications degree, and the first thing that I learned in like my 101 class, the first thing I learned when I got up into my major was take things with a grain of salt. When you hear things in the media, take it with a grain of salt, no matter if you want to agree with it or disagree with it. Think about it for another second before you talk about your opinion on it, because don't take it at face value, basically. So with that, and I've also taken marketing and PR classes. All of those things tell you how to present yourself and how to present others in the media. And with all that background, I learned that in these boardrooms, when they're coming up with, slogans, or when they're coming up with ads or whatever it is, there's people make mistakes, but there are no accidents in that boardroom. You know how much money is at stake when these companies put an ad out? That's why I just cannot accept certain apologies, because I know all the work that it takes for something to get cleared, and I just can't accept the apology. But anyway, that's not the main thing that I wanted to say. To the people who agree with the ad or who don't see a problem with the ad, since back in the day when they would, display African Americans in the media as, whatever stereotype. Those things were built. It's almost like propaganda and like subliminal. It used to be not so subliminal, but nowadays it's a little bit more subliminal, and you kind of got to catch it. You can't allow these companies to get away with it, because when they do, like when you have people who play the devil's advocate, you guys are always crying and, complaining about stuff like that. If you allow them to let that, if you allow that to kind of discredit the people who are speaking to the problem, like if one person's saying, they shouldn't be showing black people in that light or with that type of verbiage on their, hoodies and advertising, and then you have somebody who's like, well, you guys are whining about it, that just discredits the point that that's exactly what they're doing. They're presenting young black people in the media in certain ways to get a certain reaction. And also, make no mistake about it, this is a marketing tactic in and of itself. They know that black people get mad when stuff like this happens, and we're going to share it, and we're going to make memes about it. We're going to make jokes about it. We literally drive it. And so when they put out these controversial ads, they rely on us to repost it and stuff like that. So that's why I really liked with this ad. People were putting crowns on the boy and changing the verbiage on his shirt and, doing things like that. Take it away from the company that originally put it out and make it, your own. Stop. You're putting more money into their hands when you do things like that. Adidas did the same thing. I don't have the verbiage in front of me, but they did the same thing. Another thing we learned in my one of my marketing or one of my communications classes, I decided to do a paper about how black women are portrayed in the media. And a lot of times on male magazines even, it's not even just, the color thing, it's the woman versus the male thing. A lot of times black women are shown in compromising positions, like they're shown as to be like exotic in the media. And it perpetuates like a certain stereotype that black women are like exotic. We're just black women. Mind you, I believe that we are the coldest, but I'm a little biased. But it does show us in a stereotypical light, when they have us with, claws, or they have cheetah prints on our bodies, or we're in a jungle, or whatever the case may be. That's no mistake. It's just perpetuating a stereotype that has followed us for decades and generations and generations. And they compared, back to the H&M thing, they compared that to, wearing bathing apes. Like, first of all, the former CEO of Bathing Apes, the person who got it started, is a minority and is a member of a minority group. And the CEO of H&M is a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that justifies any certain behavior, but it matters who's saying these things. It really does. It matters. So I just wanted to shed some light on that. Also, one thing we do as black people, and I love black people so much, but one thing that we do is we say, oh, H&M did this, let's boycott. Now, I think that The Weeknd and G-Eazy had it right. If you had an endorsement with a company that you don't agree, and they're saying something that you don't agree with, you drop that endorsement. And that's exactly what they did, and I think that's great. But I want to say something that I wrote on my Facebook, and some people agreed and some people disagreed. You're entitled to your opinion, but black people always want to boycott. And I think that you should know how to do that if you're going to do it. And I'm going to read exactly what I said. I said, stop talking about boycotting if you don't know how to do it. Companies have shareholders. In order to hit them where it hurts, get them. Chase owns 13 million shares of H&M. So you're going to close that account. All the people who have a Chase account, are you going to close that account if you disagreed with what H&M did with their advertising? Probably not. Also, companies own other companies, so you have to boycott them all. And that's, for example, like if Walmart did something that you didn't like, then you better not be going to Sam's. No, they work together. You need to understand that concept. So I'm all for making a statement, but stop saying it to be popular on social media. Do your research. It's different from a diner or a local mom and pop business in the Deep South. Think bigger and expand your efforts. Also, there are so many black companies, and for every company that isn't black owned, there is like 3 that are black owned. So if you need to go to a Walmart type store, I'm sure there's multiple stores that you can go to that sell the same products. And you may need to pay a little bit extra to support a black business, but that's just because they're not supported and they have to feed their families. So if you want to boycott, boycott, but understand what that actually means. And it's just a pet peeve of mine when people say it, but don't, and then they don't even do it. You're going to be at H&M tomorrow. And if you are, you're entitled to do that. That's fine. I'm probably going to go back to H&M, but I'm fighting that type of advertisement the best way that I know how, and that's through my communication and informing people exactly what the history is behind that and teaching people how to evoke change without just putting things on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely keep the conversation going. I'm definitely all for that, but know how to know what you're doing and know what you're talking about. So, like I said, if you completely disagree with me, that's fine, but this is just my opinion. And marketing in and of itself is very important, whether you're doing it on a big scale like H&M or you're doing it on a small level when you're, you know, like if you're an entrepreneur who has a business. You have to market yourself. Post yourself on social media, on all your outlets. Get your friends to do the same thing. People who support you will support you is best that they can. You know, if they're gonna post it, one post a day for your stuff, you do the same thing. And no one should be working harder for your brand than you. That's the main thing to take away from this. No one should be working harder for your brand than you. And make no mistake about it, every time you walk outside your house, you're representing yourself, you're representing the people that you're around, and you're representing your brand. So market yourself, market your friends, represent them, your family, market each other, and we gonna make money in this world. So up next, you'll hear an interview from the one and only Von Cody. He performed at the Vanguard in 2016, and so you'll hear some of his music. I'm going to play that after this. He talks about marketing himself, so stay tuned. More Chatterbox is up next.
C dot. Wow. B dot. Beats.
Couldn't believe she left me. I swear I wasn't going back now. She's giving me blues like Gretzky, yeah. Our future stuck off in the past with her. Couldn't believe she left me. I swear I wasn't going back now. She giving me blues like Gretzky, yeah. Stuck off in the past with her. Ain't nothing nice. Couldn't believe she left me. Baby, why you leave me? I swear I ain't had no regrets though. I swear I wasn't going back. She give me blues like Gretzky, yeah. Our future skating on thin ice with her. So true, self-doubt, it kills relationships. Stand your ground, stay true to the ones you eating with when they call. Best be with the people you say you with. Better yet, that's my game. Break up the green, make up sex, baby. I won't lie, been in the feelings lately. Love died, tryna put down the dating. Social sites got you going crazy, crazy. Couldn't believe she left me. I swear I wasn't going back, no. She give me blues like Gretzky, yeah. Our future stuck off in the past with her. Ain't nothing nice. Couldn't believe she left me. I swear I wasn't going back, no. She give me blues like Gretzky, yeah. Stuck off in the past with her. Ain't nothing nice. Buried in my deepest loneliness when I'm away from you. Hoping and I'm praying I can spend one more day with you. Underneath all them chains, all them J's, all them things I tally, I yearn for love. No Gucci, no Louis, not for love. Pretenders, imposters, I get bowls of. Joy when I'm with you, don't ya? Fold like clean laundry, no she left me. I swear I wasn't going back, no. She give me blues like Gretzky, yeah. Our future stuck off in the past with her. Ain't nothing nice. Couldn't believe she left me. I swear I wasn't going back, no. She give me blues like Gretzky, yeah. Stuck off in the past with her. Ain't nothing nice. sides. Got you going crazy, crazy. I couldn't believe she left me. I swear I wasn't going back now. She's giving me blues like Gretzky, yeah. Our future stuck off in the past with her. I couldn't believe she left me. I swear I wasn't going back now. She's giving me blues like Gretzky, yeah. Our future stuck off in the past with her. I couldn't believe she left me. I swear I wasn't going back now. She's giving me blues like Gretzky, yeah. Our future stuck off in the past with her.
What's up, everybody? This is Coco, and you're listening to Chatterbox. I'm here with Von Cody. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's cracking?
All right, so let's get right into it. Thin Ice. How did that project come about?
Oh man, Thin Ice, man, that was a nice track. I remember at work writing that song. I was just writing it, mopping, and I just emotional about what was going on at the time. Me and my girl, we just rocky, and I just felt like we was on thin ice. So I had to bottle my emotions up and put them into the best form of way that I could. So I just started singing my heart out and it just came like that, It's a St. Louis anthem. I hope everybody know about Wayne Gretzky, even though he only played for the Blues for 1 year. It's still it's a pun, giving me blues like Gretzky. So you got to be from St. Louis or appreciate St. Louis to understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely picked up on that. I was wondering, I was like, how did you link the two? I mean, obviously Thin Ice, hockey, but what made you decide to link it like that in the song?
Well, my friend Chris, CP, he actually sent the beat over and it was called My Way. So I just started thinking about how could things go my way. So I'm just like, it just started rolling off the creative juices. When I'm working, frustration built up. It's all the frustration and everything built up because I'm an artist, So I start to just tend to vent and the emotions just start to get into the pot and we just start mixing it up and it just come out like that. I don't have no creative process or nothing like that. I just try to reach to my truest feelings and let the people know that I'm a real guy.
And that's what I was thinking. Like, I know I've had conversations with lots of dudes and lots of females, and they talk about emotions and their, feelings and things like that. And they always say, girls are more emotional than dudes. How important is your emotion in your music? I know you obviously just kind of spoke to it, but is it important to kind of wear it on your sleeve, or is it more so?
I'm kind of learning, and I'm a Cancer too, so it's like I try to. I do wear my heart on my sleeve, but it's like I'm coming to a realization that I probably don't need to be as open. Like this first EP that I'm gonna try to drop it before the end of the year, and it's a very emotional tape. It's called Love. It's called Life Often Vindicates Emotions, and that's love. My friend Chris, he came up with that. CP the genius, and it's good to have your emotions on your sleeve, but it's like sometimes a person to play on your weaknesses because they see that you love and see that you care, but it's like they'll try to play with you. That's why I'm really coming to that realization that sometimes I really need to draw back on my emotions because
like be cool with them, but then also know when to
you gotta know straight when to put them emotions out there because somebody they'll play with you, man.
I'm already knowing.
They give you blues like Gretzky, boy.
No, I'm already knowing. I was listening to that the other day. Me and my friend was listening to it the other day. We snapped you. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I seen that. Y'all trying to show love. Okay. That's what's up, though.
Yeah, man, we definitely got to show love. So in your music, I think out of all the music that I listen to for my show, everything like that, for the Vanguard and then what I'm listening to for the podcast, I've noticed a difference in your voice. Like your actual voice is different. And I really like it. And I guess my question is, how important is that sound? How important is the sound of your voice in your music? So I mean that two ways. So like you'll fit like the actual sound and then also like your specific
like the tone
brand.
of my voice?
Yeah, like your tone. So that's the one side. And
okay.
your voice, who you are, like.
Well, the music, my friend Chris again, CP the genius.
You gonna have to get with him.
Oh yeah, you got to get with CP. That's another story.
Right, it's
but
another show.
CP, he kind of. This was when I first came out into my actual music, when I did a performance, and I was getting back into the routine of recording. And the first song that I had dropped, it was, the hook was "Got enough killers, got enough dealers, got enough thieves, all the entrepreneurs stand on your feet." And at that, when I sung that, he kind of boxed me in as soul hop, because it was like I was rapping, but it was like soulful, but it was like I was singing. So I guess my soul hop voice is just, I be trying to box it in. Like some people even like be trying to say I sound like Andre 3000 or Kendrick Lamar, things like that. But I try to just keep my voice distinctive like them people. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's part of why people like them, because you can pick them out.
Yeah, you can't sound like everybody. You gotta straight just do what you want to do. When I was in my first rap group, everybody used to tell me I couldn't sing. Everybody used to tell me I couldn't sing.
Like what is that?
It's like what is singing? It's like what is singing?
It's carrying a melody.
It's like just trying your best to, do with the capability that your voice can do. I've always been a singer, and I was letting my niece hear that Thin Ice song, and she just was like, "Uncle Vine singing, Uncle Vine singing," and then I'm like, I'm just like, "Nah, niece."
I'm chilling.
But she boxed it in as singing, so I'll take it as singing. You hear me?
Yeah, no, I definitely hear it. I was gonna say that was the next thing I was gonna say, and also I noticed how like animated you were in your music too. So like you kind of play around with what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like you sing for a little bit, you rap for a little bit. You might do like a voice, and I'm like, man, you really be trying it all.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can be boxed in. I don't think you should.
I think really all of that kind of diversity, and I've heard it come from many people. It's saying like dead people talk through you. Like dead relatives and all that kind of stuff. I got 2 dead uncles. One of them used to sing all the time, and they just tell me every day like, "Oh man, you sing like Mooney." You know what I'm saying? You sound like Earl. And I can understand that, because it's like, I ain't never been here. This is my first time being on Earth. So it's like, for me to be, you know what I'm saying?
Who's to say that it isn't that? What do you think they're trying to say, if that's the case?
I think that they trying to say what they couldn't say while they was here.
Like,
I don't know. Like my uncle, I don't know. He kind of was an inspiring actor, and you know what I'm saying? He did photography, modeling, and all that stuff. So it's like, he could be just pushing me more to get to where he know I could be.
Right, pick up where he left.
Exactly. So it's like, and then that's another thing. I never stop because I know that's what he would want.
What if you get to the Grammys?
I'll bust out cry. Yeah. No, I don't know.
You gonna keep moving after that? You just gonna keep going.
Oh yeah, I would never stop. Like even my first song with my homie J Rock, I even just told him like I would never stop rapping, because my niece, I wouldn't want to give up on my niece. You know what I'm saying? Right. I got her name tatted, and that's just that's just like a aspiration. I wanted her to be good in life, so I just keep going. You know.
Yeah, that's an example, because she's gonna see you and she's gonna watch you.
Yeah.
So let me see. In a song, you said, "No doubt I'm marketable." So tell us exactly what makes you different, and how are you marketable, since there's no doubt about it?
It's no doubt that I'm marketable because I said it, and everything that I say is come to fruition because I'm my own being. If I keep speaking it, if I say it to myself over and over again, it'll come true. Even though if somebody was to put me on that pedestal and do that thing, exactly, they're gonna say that. Just like at my show the other day, everybody was just kind of speechless because they don't know how to react.
Right.
So it's like,
bring something different.
Yeah, it brings something different. I'm looking for the new Michael Jackson myself. There's a lot of rappers out here, Kendrick Lamar, nice, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I'm looking for somebody that, yes, I need that next Michael Jackson. Who is he?
Who is he? Is it Vine?
It's Vine. It's Vine. If you're not shooting for Mike in my eyes, you're not shooting.
And for those of you who are gonna be like, okay, well, Michael was a singer and a dancer.
All that, exactly.
The point is that it was Michael.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Let me just clarify.
Yeah,
for the
clear that
simpletons-
up.
For the simpletons out there.
You don't want to call them that. You don't want to call
Well,
them
then you
that.
shouldn't think that. Open your mind.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. But okay, and what was the name of that song? Does it have a title yet?
No Doubt That I'm Marketable.
That was the one you said.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was called. I named it. Your Asphalt. Even though it's a pun because it's your asphalt. It's your fault. Everything happens. It's your asphalt. So, but it's like it's concrete. So it's like it's set in stone. So it's like this your asphalt.
Punny.
This is your asphalt. You know what I'm saying?
See what you did there.
I'm just trying to be a little
clever.
different, because
Can't be boring.
can't be boring. I don't want to get on her bashing nobody neither. So I want to keep a good.
Keep it positive.
Yeah.
We'll wait for the next time you're on. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Okay, I got another quote for you. You said, "I only cultivate for the masses." That was from Hong Kong. Two questions about that. Hong Kong was a freestyle, right?
Hong Kong,
no?
it's not a freestyle. I call them free flows.
Okay.
Because they free. They free flows. I'm just giving it to you because this is the time to get this to you.
Gotcha.
I got plenty of music. I just let it out.
That's what I want to do. This.
Exactly.
Okay. And then when you say you only cultivate for the masses, break that down for us.
Well, the masses is the world. Cause I'm cooking for the whole world right now. I'm not just doing it for me or doing it for no kind of like publicity or nothing like that. I wanna shock the world. I wanna shock the whole world. I need everybody listening to me.
Right. Each and every person.
Each and every person. And then it's like I want you to hear it because either you're gonna refute it or you just gonna be like, you gonna take it and be like, oh man, and then you'll level up. You know what I'm saying? Once you hear it, you'll level up. Cause I'm not trying to bring you down. I'm straight trying to
Bring everybody else
bring
up.
you up. That's why I say it's for the masses. It's for everybody.
That's why I really like. I think that line stood out to me because you use the word cultivate. The definition of the word of cultivate is to try to acquire or develop, and then the other definition when it comes to land is to prepare and use. And so the reason why that stood out for me in the way that you used it was because you basically are taking the information that you know and the information that you've acquired and developed, and then you want to prepare everybody else and kind of make everybody else level up, which I think is huge.
Yeah, it is because it's like I'm just so man, my heart is just so heavy right now for people, man, and it's like I shouldn't be like that, but it's like I'm a giving person. I just want to see everybody like level up to a different kind of level. Even if I listen to this guy named Kai, he's a 45, 47-year-old rapper, and he got this skit at the end, and he's just like, if black people knew who they really was, it wouldn't be a ghetto in America. And it's just like, he's saying like, it wouldn't be no type of low-minded people because, even though my grandma, I'm taking my grandma around the city the other day, and she telling me 3 blocks over, it's this little house. She say doctors used to live in there. You know what I'm saying? These black doctors. You would never see that today. The black doctors, they want to work in the hospitals. Right. They don't want to build a hospital on their own. 5 or 6 or 10 doctors come and build their own hospital. And it's like I start going that level. Like that's the level I be going, like, cause it's like that is what will make our community thrive. It take a village to straight build people.
That's important.
I be just so like, man, yeah, I'm so I be so passionate about it, man. It be crazy, man.
So, in 5 years, where do you see yourself and where do you see that vision?
5 years, I'll be 28. I'll be 28 in 5 years. 2 years from 30. I see myself, God's will. I'm out of school. I got my bachelor's in applied science. I have a steady clientele that I'm catering to. Me personally, like if it be Corinne at her events, I'm there. Boom. I got 2 other your friends that they got weddings and they pushing me out there. You know what I'm saying? Just piggybacking off Not even performing. I'm talking about catering,
Oh.
food,
Oh, just doing everything.
cooking food for y'all events and bringing it to y'all, and then I can perform.
Cause what can't you do?
Cause what can I do? I'm no doubt that I'm
Renaissance.
marketable.
Right.
No doubt that I'm marketable, baby. I'm trying to let you understand something.
I see it.
I be just trying to just get it. I mean, 5 years, I'm gonna be my own businessman. I'm gonna be my own businessman, and
That could be anywhere between catering.
that could be anywhere between
performing,
catering.
somebody's Grammys. That's anything.
That's anything. I mean, with the photography, if I push my photography even harder, I could, you know what I'm saying, start developing a clientele. I got the material, backdrops, lights, I got it. I just haven't
Put it forward.
took that step yet. So it's like,
So then, since there's so many different things that you are involved in, what is your main thing? The music right now, is that your main focus? Is that where you want to thrive the most?
I talk to my homie Crusoe all the time, and he let me know about the music industry and what goes on in the music industry and how people are finicky. Want to make money off music. Yeah, I would love to perform for plenty of people. I just don't want all that other stuff to come at me.
You just want to be able to do what you
Exactly.
love to do. Without
I don't need nobody over me. If it could be me, Chris, J-Rock, Pooh, and Crusoe making music with 3 other producers, then that's what it is.
and you'll
If
be
we
happy.
making $100,000 off music a year, that's what it is. If we not at the Grammys, that's what it is. I'm not trying to be a straight icon. I don't want you to
That's
be.
a responsibility.
That's a responsibility. I can't be no icon to nobody.
I mean,
I'm just saying, I understand that, but I got a niece, kids. Everything started at the home. Like, if I'm on your TV screen at home smoking dope and sipping lean,
what's that to them?
I can't help your kids. I can't help your family.
So you do it from a place where you know how to do it and where you're coming from.
Exactly. My mom got businesses. I can't just be like that. You know, people tell me, "Oh, you could do what you want to do." They try to tell me.
Right.
Exactly. I know people get criticized every day.
Tell me about it.
I'm not finna even put myself in a position to get criticized on that level.
So I remember, I don't know if this was an actual Tupac quote or if this was just a quote from the movie, but they said something like, maybe if he's not the revolutionary, he could spark the revolution in somebody else.
And I believe it because when I heard that, I was like, yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? That was me. He was like, yeah, I bet y'all sparked up. Yeah, he was talking about. Yeah, Tupac is real influential. I mean, some of these artists, I've heard them say ill things about Pac, but it's just like, come on now. You can't say nothing bad about Pac.
Okay. He's multifaceted. He's not monolithic either. He had different personalities, different characteristics, and people only like to see one side, whether it's the thug or it's the poet. Even though, in my opinion, you could be both.
Yeah,
I see both. Like that's the only way to be.
Yeah, but it's like it's at the same time you gotta learn when to balance it, man. You can't just confrontation. It bottles up in me so hard, but it's just like that after reaction, that stain, that image that I just left on that person, on the people that just saw this. It's like I don't want nobody to ever see me in that image.
And that's more important to you.
And that's more important to me than anything. This is my career.
Right. And you're the one who's in control of it, so you got to make sure you act that way.
Exactly.
No, I definitely feel it. So as far as, you speak about your career and stuff like that, so you talked about what you're trying to drop near the end of the year, by the end of the year. What other things can we expect? I know you've got a couple music videos.
I got one more video for y'all in 2017. I got one more video for y'all. And then after 2017, we're going to jump into J-Rock tracks and monetize on J-Rock tracks, whether it take however long it take, because I don't have no time limit on creating and making my music perfect. So we're going to drop this tape, put it on iTunes, let y'all feed off that, get y'all 2 videos. I really want to shoot videos to all my music. I mean, somebody.
You could. Beyonce does it.
I mean, somebody told my homeboy Chris told me, he was like, "Oh no, man, that's wasting money." I'm just like, "Yo,
Not for real.
it's art.
Right.
It's all
It's
art.
visual art. People love
Exactly,
video.
exactly. And if they dope,
Love them even more.
exactly,
And it pushes it. I know a lot of songs that I wouldn't have liked if I didn't see the video.
exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell people. You gotta have that double. You know, it's visual, audio. Come on now.
The senses. Stimulate the senses.
Right.
Okay, so right now I've got a lightning round. These are completely irrelevant questions that you have to answer as quickly as you can.
Okay. Lightning round.
Right. All right. There's only 6 questions, so you should be cool.
Got you.
All right. How many states are in the U.S.?
50.
Favorite sports team?
Favorite sports team is the Bulls.
Favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper is me.
What size shoe do you wear?
I wear a size 9.5, 10.
Day or night?
Night. What the fuck? Hold on.
That's a weird question.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Like, wait, what do I like about it?
Right.
I don't know.
I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Okay, Chatterbox or any other podcast. You better not get this one wrong.
Man, you know who I'm rolling with, the Chatterbox.
Woo-woo. No, okay. Okay, so tell everybody where they can follow you on your social media, where they can get your music. Tell them how to get in contact with you and get your stuff.
Hey, man, if y'all want to reach out to me, man, you can hit me on my Instagram, VONKODY. You can come to the Facebook, VONKODY. You know how you want to get in contact with that one chick that you just see on the gram and you just want her. Nigga, if you trying to get in contact with me, just treat me like that damn girl and come get some of this music. I ain't selling nothing but music, big fella. I ain't got nothing for you but music.
Right, but don't come at them with
Don't come at me with none of that weird. Hey, I heard you want me. But yeah.
So basically, okay, so everything is VONKODY.
Everything is VONKODY. That's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything. DM, anything, man.
Von's gonna do a freestyle.
Man, look, she be trying to put a nigga on the spot.
So he can cultivate the masses. He's gonna cultivate the mass through a freestyle.
Oh my God.
I just trying to use your
Let me see. Let me see.
Right.
Let me see what I got for him.
All right.
Let me see. At a point in time when I thought everybody went to heaven, that thought pattern was a mistake. But however, soon start receiving true life, start receiving true nectar, that the rain was coming for things to get better. All my competitors, they became edibles. I'm Hannibal on every pedestal. The highest predator, don't judge my character. One ruler can measure me. I let the police shoot for me and they probably still couldn't measure up. I'm all about my E-money. I'll forever love you, Erica. I was 2 or 2 of Kimberly. This a feeling I can't believe. My mindset was go get it. Her mindset was let's pinch him. My mama said them years don't go back, son. Best get you rings. John Pack, son. I didn't have chickens. Greenbacks didn't follow. High school, my bro pushed the G-body. I wanted to follow. My popsy put me off in the Honda. I had some little mamas, and sure enough, her lip gloss was popping. Her name was Melanie. I made her gargle more, so I deemed her Gargamel. She wanted my Papa Smurf. All my blue money, all my blue hundreds, all that time wasted gave me blues, honey. But that's life, though, it's bittersweet. Is that salt sugar on that knife? Oh, she clean shot. She say she don't do nothing with no lights on. Use a lie. I seen all them nasties in your iPhone. Yeah, you tried to come over here, just leave me friend zone, though.
You really just be switching to the singing, like you really be switching. Wait, that was nice. Perfect. Well, you guys can expect more from Von Cody in the future. That's all the time we have tonight. Thank you for listening to Chatterbox.
Stro. Shy stepper, collecting harder ways. Everything before now, them was the harder days. Life's a bitch, but you learn with age. We in the same book, on the same page. We talk the same story, but the words change. Just because of my blood, must I live in vain? just because I have wounds. Must I live in pain? Tarzan, where did Jane go? You left her unchained. This shit is true life. I come from a town where shits get real, where none of these niggas are scared to die, but all of these niggas are scared to live. Life in the letter, lick it to seal. Motherfuckers gotta jack the field. Stomachs, family hero. Seen as a zero, gotta get zeros. Man, I gotta make it, trying to get back just like Westbrook with a hero. From the red line to the green line, seen the dope man do a dope line. I just been a dope line, open for sniffs like a store sign. About to brighten up my life like a shoe shine. Motherfucker who grind, motherfucker who trying, motherfucker who's not. Yeah. Chicago blues, Chicago blues. Chicago blues, Chicago blues. Chicago blues, Chicago blues. Chicago blues, Chicago blues. You losing these streets, you leave with defeat. It's hot outside, but yet you still looking for heat. Leave me in pieces, chuck me in sea. Flies a bird, but high off the tree. It's money to make, it's people to see. People wanna be what they see on TV. Call me TV, I tell visions, you see? I tell visions, you see. What is the difference of thought and the think? Isn't a wish the same thing as a dream? Trying to be Gene, but still stuck in the scene? Phoenix, fuck do you mean? It's niggas my age that's living this dream, nigga.
All right, so I promised I'd tell you guys what I was stressing about this week, and I really wasn't stressing, but it definitely blew me. So if you remember what I talked about last week, there's those neighbors who annoy me all the time. And remember the neighbor upstairs whose dog barks every morning at 6 whatever, 7 whatever the heck time it is. But anyway, so I was walking my dog, my little baby. She's a Shih Tzu Terrier mix, and she's fairly small. So I was walking her, and I go past dude upstairs on the street, and his dog just starts spazzing on my dog, got to biting on her and clamped down on her face. And so I was devastated, She was bleeding and stuff like that, so I had to take her away and go take care of that. But, I definitely knocked on his door, and I definitely handled that, and I definitely was like, yo, you're definitely going to have to cover those bills, So I'm not trying to act like I bossed up. All I did was ask him, to pay for the money. But still, I felt like that was kind of petty. If you got a crazy dog, he probably got a secret bank account for that because his dog be spazzing on any and everybody. But I digress. So that's what I kind of was, not, that day I was stressing about it. But, in general, I'm just blown by the situation as a whole. That's all I got to say about that. Also, do not forget that the book for book club of the month, the book is Jump by Steve Harvey. Let me know what you have to say about it. Let me hear any feedback, anything that you that stood out to you in the book. If you read it, if you didn't read it, tell me why you're not reading it. I'd like to hear that as well. But once again, my name is Coco, and you are listening to Chatterbox, where I talk about what I like, and hopefully you like it too. I look forward to talking to you next week. Good night.
Let me ask you a question.